This story is sponsored by Digilog ROCORI 2.0. The Digilog network now publishes to Facebook, Twitter, and YouTube, so we are where you are. Digilog ROCORI 2.0, where ROCORI people connect.
The proposal is a comprehensive solution in that it fixes the school district's facility needs for the foreseeable future. It adds value to every facility that it touches. It will positively impact every child and every facility in the district.
A couple of weeks ago, Digilog ROCORI had the chance to sit down with Barry Venable, a concerned parent in the ROCORI area. After a few moments with Mr. Venable, I noticed how serious he was about the referendum and how involved he was too. You see, to him, this vote isn't just about the well-being of his children, which happen to attend school in the ROCORI district. The truth of the matter is, this vote impacts the entire ROCORI community.
To the area 3 winters ago, as I like to count them, and the wife and I, when we retired from the military, we were looking for a small town in which to raise our children, and we thought that ROCORI was a great fit. The ROCORI area was a great fit, and so we moved here. I have 2 children. They're aged now almost 8 and 5, and they're both going to be going through the school district here. That is the essence of my concern and my involvement with the school district and this referendum. We started this process back in, and I became involved in this process in early fall 2008 when the district formed the Middle School Task Force, which was a group of citizens who were charged with developing, first off, studying the issues surrounding the middle school, developing some alternatives, and making a recommendation to the school board as to how the issues surrounding the middle school could be solved.
We're in the 1923 section of the building, and this part was originally the area we're by is the office area, which was a classroom at one time and then converted into a office area, and then it was remodeled when I came here to be a more adequate office space with the wall taken out and an area for both secretaries to have good workspace for coming in and for space in the back of the office area.
The interesting thing about building codes is that what has been built and operated at that point in time, the codes changed dramatically over the years. And so when that building was built and you've got codes, standards at that time, aren't the same for today. And until you go back in and do remodeling or some reshuffling, the codes don't always have to be brought up to that point until you do that.
There was a series of listening sessions which the school board conducted to try and gain information to help them chart a pathway ahead. Out of those listening sessions, the Middle School Task Force concept was implemented. Mm-hmm. And quite frankly, it's get a group of citizens together, give them the facts, the information, and let them develop the alternatives that could solve the issues at the middle school. Well, the Middle School Task Force was representative of the communities within the district. We certainly would have liked to have had more people. There were about 30 people who actively participated in the process. They represented a good cross-section of the community. It probably could have been expanded, but it was a volunteer effort, and you take what you can get. The people who were involved were very active, very concerned. And I think the value of the Middle School Task Force is that it is an independent, or it was an independent body of citizens who were formed to advise the school board. And I think there's great value and there's great credibility in the Middle School Task Force because we were separate and distinct from the district. We were not subject to any political wranglings, if you will. We were given free rein to chart whatever way we came up with. There were no limitations placed on the committee at all. In the Middle School Task Force process, One of the first things we did, obviously, was to determine what the problem is. And although there are several facility issues within the district, number one is the current middle school facility. Before we moved on to developing the alternatives, what we did was to list the things that we thought would be important, not only to the members of the task force, but to the district at large, in developing any solution. There were numerous criteria that were developed. The number one criteria was, does it solve the middle school problem? And that was a central focus throughout the task force effort. Does it fix what needs fixing? Others that were certainly important were safety. Are the buildings, are the facilities safe for our kids? Can we make them safer? The other things we explored as we examined our current facilities were, what are the limitations that those facilities have? And what could any possible solution do to improve them? We also talked about issues, other issues, accessibility. Some of our buildings, I don't believe any of them are totally 100% ADA compliant. There have been some additions made to enable handicapped youngsters to go to school, but there's room for improvement. Busing. Busing's a big issue. It's a huge expense for the district, and we wanted to ensure that whatever solution was developed, that we factored in the cost of getting kids to school. No matter your position on the referendum, everybody can agree our kids deserve good, decent schoolhouses. They do not have one at ROCORI Middle School. There's going to be open houses. Come look at it. You will see for yourself. The facility is inadequate.